welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute since I've done a what's for dinner video, mostly because I've been doing meal prepping videos lately, but the last like 2 weeks I haven't done any meal prepping. So I figured this week I might as well show you what I'm cooking since I didn't show it to you guys in my meal prep video for the week. That makes sense. But if you're interested, I'll link my meal prep video playlist down below, as well as my what's for dinner playlist if you're interested, if you like binge watching or you need some easy, cheap family meal ideas. But tonight we're doing tried and true spaghetti and meatballs. I've got my meatballs in the oven here. They're nothing special, they're from a bag. Pre-made spaghetti sauce. Unlike my normal homemade stuff, I have that in a recipe video. I'll link that video down below. And sketty noodles. But I got a crying baby, so if you can tell, that's why we're doing easy meals tonight. It's canning season right now, and we're canning stuff out of my garden, and I went down today to help my mother-in-law can because I'm learning. This is my first year canning. And I learned best by actually doing, so she walked me through some of her canning. She helped me can some of my tomatoes today. Tomorrow we're doing pickles. So we're eating leftovers tomorrow night too. So we're doing this 2 nights this week, because that's what I need to do to get through the next 2 days while we can. So this is what we're having for supper tomorrow too. We'll probably steam up some veggies or something on the side too, or do a slice of apple, most likely, for the kids. So this is what tonight's dinner is looking like. Kind of sad. No garlic bread, no buns, no bread, no veggies. I asked the kids if they wanted veggies and they kind of said no. So got everybody's plate lined up here. This one's for Colt. Hence the no meatballs. Normally veggies would not be like an option, it would be happening, but because we were canning today, they literally ate a whole honeydew at my in-laws. They were snacking on like beans and snap peas and tomatoes and just a ton of stuff today. So for this meal, I've shared this one before. This meal is something that I like to make around the fall time, just because it's like a super easy fall meal that I just love. And we live in Northeast Wisconsin, and even though it is still August, we are getting end of summer into beginning of fall weather. All of our foxtails are starting to bloom and they're beautiful. The corn husks are coming in, soybean fields are starting to be harvested, so we're getting those fall vibes coming. And today is a very cold, dreary, rainy day. So we're gonna do this. It's a potato kielbasa, like cheesy casserole, but I cook it in my crock pot. Today's Thursday. My husband goes right from work to trap shooting. My husband shoots on a competitive trap team, and so it's just me on Thursdays. My sister's coming over because her boyfriend is also on that trap team, so I'm feeding also my sister and my husband when he gets home. So it's just a really big cozy fall meal. I love it. I will try to leave the exact recipe linked in the description. So I'm using a couple of potatoes. The recipe actually calls for shredded hash browns. I've used those too, but I tend to like it better with the actual potatoes. It's just like heartier. We're gonna cut up a kielbasa. I'm gonna do 1 onion. I think it's like a cup of milk, half a cup of milk, and a bunch of cheese. I'm pretty sure the recipe calls for like 1 cup of cheese. However, we are from Wisconsin, we like cheese, so I'll probably put in like a whole bag of cheese, and then we put more cheese on top. We also serve this with sour cream, and I have made this mixed in like half a block of cream cheese to get it really creamy, and that's really good too. But I'll show you guys how I do this and get it in the crock pot.
Baby,
tonight for supper I'm doing Spanish rice, so I'm cooking up about a pound of ground turkey. I've got this water going here because I'm going to skin some fresh tomatoes because I have an overflow in my garden. I've got rice ready to go in here, and I'm going to mix this all together with tomato juice and chili powder, and then we're literally just going to eat it just like that with chips, cheese, sour cream, and I'll show you guys what that looks like when it's all put together. But I have this recipe like step by step in another video that I'll link down below if you're interested. This is what the Spanish looks like all done. These are my fresh tomatoes out of the garden. I just put them in some boiling water and skinned them and cored them and threw them in the Spanish rice. I did 4, but this is 2 cups of like uncooked rice, half a pound of ground turkey, about half a bottle of tomato juice, then those 4 tomatoes, and 1 packet of chili seasoning. And we eat ours with like taco cheese, and Joe picked up some chips on his way home. So he picked out sea salt and lime tortilla chips, and looks like Lay's, but these are also really good with Doritos too. So tonight's supper is gonna be super simple, but it's a favorite of our families, and that's just like tuna noodles. Sometimes we eat it hot, sometimes we eat it cold. Sometimes some people eat it hot, some people eat it cold. We're probably gonna eat it hot tonight because I'm just cooking the noodles now. So, but then like we'll put it in the fridge, and sometimes we'll heat it up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm using these bow tie noodles because my kids eat these ones the best. I don't think they taste any different, but the kids just eat them better. I don't know if it's because they're like a fun shape, but I did a whole box of these, which is boiling right now. I'm going to add in a can of tuna, and then a good probably 2 or 3 big scoops of mayo. We use the light mayo, and then we're gonna add in, sometimes we add in peas, but my kids actually like to eat the peas on the side. And then I'm gonna put tomatoes in mine, like cherry tomatoes that we have out of the garden, and probably some avocados, but I'll show you guys what my plate looks like. And then sometimes we top it with cheese, just kind of depends, but I'll show you guys the finished product. But it's super cheap, easy, simple, and you can make a big batch of it, keep it in the fridge, and it's great for leftovers. So we'll eat off this for lunch over the next couple of days too, and it'll be super awesome. So I'll show you guys what that looks like when it's all done, because you're just opening a can, scooping some mayo in, and boiling some noodles, and I think we all know how to do that. So this is basically what it looks like when it's all done. I'm sure you guys know what like tuna pasta salad looks like, but the girls requested just some plain ones, so I have some plain ones left out for them. But I'm just gonna add cherry tomatoes to mine. I don't put it in the big bowl because my husband doesn't like tomatoes, so I'll add that to mine, and he'll top his with cheese probably, but we'll eat off of this for the next couple days. This is also a really nice meal to add as like an accompaniment, like if you're like grilling brats or hot dogs or even burgers. It's something super simple to have on the side, and you could do this for a couple different dinners throughout the week if like cost effectively you needed to. But I mean, this box of noodles is like $1 from Aldi. These peas are like 98 cents. Can of tuna, you know, it's like what, 40 cents, and then some mayo. So super cost effective meal, and it's really, really good. I just add Lawry's and pepper to ours, but you could also. So tonight I'm making shepherd's pie. I started with 4 like Yukon potatoes. I peeled and cut them into quarters, and I also have 1 red potato just to kind of fill in what I needed. Peeled them all, quartered them all. I'm just waiting for my water to boil. I'm going to dump these in to make mashed potatoes to put on top of the shepherd's pie. And I'm actually going to cook this in my pie dish that I make pot pies in, just because that's what I have, and I think that's what worked best. So while I'm waiting for my water to boil, I'm going to go ahead and dice up probably half of this onion really finely and cook it in with my ground turkey that I already have thawed, and get that ready for when the mashed potatoes are ready. my ground turkey, and you can use whatever kind of ground meat you'd like. We're using turkey. In with about 1/4 of an onion, a ton of Lorry's and pepper, and I'm gonna start to kind of saute this off. My water for my potatoes is just about boiling. And I'm going to mash my potatoes in chives and a lot of butter and probably a little bit of milk. But you can mash your potatoes in whatever you want. And of course, we're gonna be topping all of this with a whole one. So my potatoes are just about done, but I added corn and peas to my meat mixture while it was still on the stove. Mine were frozen just to thaw them out. If yours are canned, then you can probably just drain them, throw them right in. Now I'm just waiting for my potatoes. They're just about done, but I have a whole stick of butter waiting for my potatoes to be mashed into, and I'm gonna quick go get some chives from outside. I'm also watching bits of Brie.
And doing something.
So I didn't show you me mashing my potatoes, but I just mashed them, added in my desired amount of chives, salt, and pepper. Put a generous layer on top of our shepherd's pie here, and I'm going to put Colby Jack, and I don't have a ton of Colby Jack, so I think I'm gonna add this Mexican style blend as well. I might do mozzarella, but I think I'm gonna do this. This melts better than mozzarella in my personal opinion. So I'm gonna add my mixes of cheeses on top, and then kind of wait for my husband to get home and throw it in the oven so it's fresh. But super easy and a pretty cost-effective dinner too, I must say. So this is our shepherd's pie fresh out of the oven. I'm just going to go ahead and serve this up and enjoy it.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low.